Hi everyone, I'm Denise Flowerday and I'm here to talk to you today about what is normal and what is not in aging. And I have the help of Ms. Teepa Snow, so we really get the point across.
What we're going to talk about now is the difference between normal aging and not normal aging. Now understand, I did not say dementia, I just said normal aging, not normal aging, because one of our big misconceptions in this country is that if it's not normal aging, it's going to be dementia. And that's not true. So we've got to get that one off the table. So what I'm going to do very quickly is give you two quick little role plays that are going to take you through normal versus not normal. So I'll do normal first. I'm in the living room, and I've been watching a TV program, and the program finishes, and I decide, you know what, I'm thirsty. I think I'm going to go make a pot of coffee. And I head toward the kitchen to make coffee. But before I get all the way in the kitchen, the telephone rings. And so I answer the telephone. Hello? Oh, hey, sweetheart. How have you been? Well, yes, of course I know who it is. It's, right on the tip of my tongue. It starts with B. Betty, of course it's Betty. Sorry. Recognized your voice right away, just couldn't think of your name. Yeah, senior moment. Huh? What? Oh, no, I'd love to get together. Oh, today? Okay, what? At 2? This afternoon? All right. Oh, at the mall. Okay, well, which end? Macy's. Oh, that's where J.C. Penney's was, right? They moved out and then made, I know what you're talking about. Absolutely. The menswear, is that the same? Yep, I know where to be. 2 o'clock, I'll be there. Wait right inside the door. I'll be waiting right inside that door. It's supposed to be a little chilly this afternoon. Yeah. Huh? What? Oh, they opened a new chocolate store. Oh. Well, you know me. You know what I'm going to get. I'll get caramels. I always get caramels. You're going to get, I know you like the white flaky stuff in the chocolate. Yes, coconut, of course. That's you. Huh? Oh, no, I'll be happy to call and see if Margaret wants to come. That'd be great. Yeah. Oh, the vacation pictures? Oh, yeah, I'll bring them. Wait till you see yourself in that bathing suit. Oh, I was just kidding. Just teasing you. You know how I am. Such a teaser. She's getting fat. I'm not going to say it, but she sure is getting fat. Okay. Huh? What? No, I didn't say anything. I was just talking to myself. Writing a note. All right, sweetheart. Well, I'll see you then. Love you. Okay. Bye-bye. What did I come in here for? Okay, hang on. Let me come here. I was in the living room. I was watching the TV. Program ended. If they hadn't called, I'd been able to look. Okay, let me think on this. Okay. I was in the living room. I was sitting right here. Okay, and the program ended, and I thought, man, okay. Coffee. Why could I not think of that? Lord knows I'm losing it. Now, all of you have gone dead silent because all of your brains are going, oh shit, I have this. Every single one of your brains is going, oh my God. And your brain is going, that's not dementia, that can't be dementia. I don't think that's dementia, that's just normal. Is that normal? I think that's normal. Your brain is talking to itself. One side is going, I think he's got dementia. No, she didn't say that was dementia. I think she said that was just not normal. I think that was okay. That happens every single time. The room gets dead silent because if you just think old people are worried about this crap, no, we're all concerned. Because you're going, I think I've done that. I did that just yesterday. What you've totally forgot, because in that moment your brain was going, because I said that was normal. I was going to do normal first. So here's what I think I better do. Do this. Roll your shoulders. I think we better do it one more time. You need to let it go. Breathe out all the way because you guys are going. And by the end, your brain's going, shit, oh my God, you got it. I got it. I told you it's not stress. I didn't know it was stress. I told you it was especially when I had to come back and sit in the chair. You're going, oh my God. So, kitchen.
Oops.
So they look around
Okay. So how many of you have had that experience?
I just did it this morning.
I know you just did it this morning. You're like 23 years old. You know what I mean? Okay, so why do you think that this is what happens to you? Why do you think this happens in your brain?
Because you're doing so much and you're constantly running and you got
A lot of things going on in your head. Maybe you're a little bit stressed out. Because when you get a little stressed out, your brain releases cortisol into your brain, and it causes even more distress. And when you're distressed, your memory doesn't work the same way. So that's one of the things that happens. So what kind of internal reactions did you have while watching this video? Did you think you might have dementia, Gladys?
Mm-hmm.
We all think you do anyway.
I probably do.
And how about you, Debbie?
I thought, wow, that just happened to me this morning, something like that too. So I thought,
Do you see it happening with your residents too? And with your boss? Absolutely, all the time. So, So this is why Teepa in the video is saying to stop and breathe deeply. And in validation, we do that too. We center ourselves. Because when you bring that oxygen into your brain, it brings the cortisol level back down. You lower your stress level, and then your brain will start functioning correctly again. So that's a little helpful hint for you and something you can tell your residents as well. So let's now take 3 deep breaths slowly. Ready? All right. Back to Teepa.
She's good.
Yeah,
She's funny too.
she is really good.
the kitchen, and what do their eyes notice? The coffee pot, and they go, cha-ching, drop the penny. They don't have to go anywhere. You're a little older. You've done a lot of things in the kitchen. Some of them we want to talk about, some we don't. But you've done so many things in the kitchen, you can't look around the kitchen and get it to pop. So then you try system number 2. You always go in this order. You talk to yourself. Tell your children it's activity in the occipital area, the back of your brain is where you...
I look forward. Far.
I when you mentioned
If I need everybody, you got it! About this crap? No, we're all concerned. Because you're going, I think I've done that. I did that just about vision. Show me what you see with. Point to what you see with. Appreciate it. So the number 1 way.
So now we don't have to pause it, right?
Right.
Okay, now we're on.
Okay, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
I was way in the wrong part of the video.
Okay, so here we go. Hand up. Human beings have 5 ways to take things from, do this, out there and get them in their brain. 5 ways to take data from the world around you and put it in here so you can use it. You can process it, you can understand it, you can appreciate it. So the number 1 way, notice how it's separated from all the others. It's special. Do this, be an artist. Visual data. Visual data is the most powerful incoming data. It is what human beings prefer, and it is what they want first in any way of collecting data. They want to see something first. It allows them to see it, and then they can start to think about what they want to do next. But what you see is the most powerful sensory input that you're going to get in your brain. But here's the interesting thing about vision. Show me what you see with. Point to what you see with. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Put your hand back here. This is where you process in your brain what you see. So brain activity in the occipital area, the back of your brain, is where you process visual input. There's a little bit of distance there, isn't there? What connects the input system to the processing system is wiring. And in dementia, all wiring goes on the fritz and then dies. Just so you know. So there's a lot of wiring here, and it's complicated wiring. It's actually fairly complicated because how many eyes do you have? 2, so you've got to take in data from 2 eyes, integrate those 2 pieces of data, process it, and then make sense of it. So all that's happening in the back of your brain. I'll show you in a few minutes. There's a huge amount of your brain devoted to visual processing. It's huge. There's also wiring between what you see and some other parts. Second way that you get data in your brain, take your index finger. Oh, look at how it points to things. What you Here, auditory incoming. Auditory data is the second most important way that human beings get data into their brain. Auditory. But if you hear a sound off to the side, what will you immediately do? Look, because this is primary. This just alerts you to go look and see what it is you want to see. So when it comes to dementia, visual then auditory. People with dementia pay more attention and are getting more value out of what they see than what they hear. This is secondary, this is primary. Guess what caregivers like to do a lot though? Do this. Y'all love to run your mouth. You think they're paying attention to what you're saying. What they're doing is watching you when you're saying it. And they're picking up on your visual cues, but they're missing the content cues. Do this. So take the weapon that you've created, put it to your head, and pull the trigger. Because what happens is we think they're processing what we're giving them verbally, and what they're really processing is how we look visually and how we sound, but not necessarily the content. And because we're not on the same page, they're not getting this, they're getting this. We think they're getting this. This is not going to match. Who has to change? We do. So we have to use less of this and start with this. And learn to use visual more than auditory. Third way you get data in, auditory. Put your hands right here. Your temporal lobes. Both sides are involved, but they're very different. This side is very different than this side. How many ears do you have? 2. All forms of dementia, all forms attack the brain asymmetrically. It means it attacks one side of the brain more than the other. That's how it works. It hits one side and then it spreads more. So what happens in general, the left side of the brain is generally attacked sooner and faster and more devastatingly than the right side of the brain. We don't know exactly why, but most patterns of dementia attack, you're going to see more on the left than on the right. Left, right, language areas, but they're different. We'll come back to that in a little bit. Third way that you get data in your brain, take that middle finger, drop it down, and touch it to the back of your other hand. Now this is actually complicated, and this is one of the most complicated, and it also takes up a lot of brain space. This is sensory motor. You feel something, you do something, you do something, you feel something. They're wired together so that when you feel something, if you like it, you do more of it. If you don't like it, you stop doing it. So when you feel something, you do something to change or encourage or facilitate what you're feeling, and if you don't like it, you don't do it anymore. Here's the biggest challenge of dementia care. Turn to the person next to you. And if you will come up this time for me. Thanks. All right, now what we're going to do is eliminate vision, and we're not going to talk. Okay, so we're taking away 2 of the ways that you would normally be able to get data into your brain, and I'm just going to use that third way. Oh. Go ahead and do that so you get the feel of what it feels like when you're doing this. So you know where I'm going with this. This is not a good one to start with because most people are not fond of the idea of starting an interaction like this. And I do this particularly so you'll start to get the idea, no touching until you've done a visual verbal, and only then are you allowed to do the touch. You got to make sure they come together. So here's what we're going to do. You close your eyes. People with dementia, put your hands behind your back because I want you to feel incredibly vulnerable. That's what this disease does. It robs you of skills, so you suddenly are pretty vulnerable. And you thought you were confident. Okay, so caregivers, here's what you're going to do. You watch me and do to them what I do to my person. Okay, y'all should have your eyes closed. There should be no peeking. Notice how many of you opened them up to see what I was up to. Yeah, they're sneaky like that. Okay, you ready? We're going to use these. Okay, you ready? And now, one more. Now, I'm going to pause you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a little exercise now. So you guys are kind of naturally partnered up here.
Okay.
So one of you decide who's going to have dementia and one of you isn't.
I already had dementia.
But one of you who's not having dementia, just come here with me. And the 2 of you who do have dementia, I want you to close your eyes and you know, keep yourself closed up. Or you can't both have dementia, Gladys.
She has to be there. I'm the caregiver.
Oh, so you come and talk to me.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, and you come and talk to me.
Okay.
Okay, and you guys, your eyes is closed, okay? So. Okay? All right, so go on back over to the person you're trying to care for. Okay? And give them some care. Okay. So the person with dementia, how did that feel when someone just came up and grabbed your feet?
That was strange.
That was weird, huh?
Yeah.
Can you think of any circumstance that might happen to a person living at the health center?
Yeah, in the morning when we're trying to get them to get up to go eat or something like that, and they're asleep or they're not at all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in the hall, their eyes closed.
Yeah, someone might be trying to put their shoes on for them, might be
Yeah,
trying to move their
socks.
foot into the wheelchair holders, might decide it's time for a pedicure when they're sound asleep or something.
Yes.
So how do you think that would feel to the person who has dementia?
Yes. I have a different outlook now because when I was CNA, we'd be in a rush in the morning, you go in, pull back the covers, you get the gown and take it off real fast and start putting their arm in there. They don't even know
Before they get awake.
what's happening.
Like they're a Barbie doll or
Yeah,
something instead of a person.
sense
Yeah.
of powerlessness.
Yes.
Powerlessness.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, right? So what could we do differently? What would we do differently?
You could say good morning, are you awake?
And the visual oral.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah, talk.
Yeah, like
You
people
let
would
them
say.
know first before you go into the third one.
Yeah, like Deepa was saying, that you have eye contact, you have a verbal, and you kind of have a permission. You told them what you're planning, so that they're expecting it to come. That's going to feel a lot better to a person.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're the person with dementia and someone came and grabbed your feet like that, what might you do?
I'm gonna trip, yeah.
You're gonna trip hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna trip.
Kick them in the head.
Scream,
Yeah.
kick.
What are you
Yeah.
doing? Have a great morning.
So the concept here really that we're trying to think about is that you're not doing something to another person. You're doing something with another person. You're getting their agreement, and they're a participant in what's happening to them in their daily lives. So you're doing it with them and not to them. That's what we really want you to bring away from this exercise.
How many of you found at some point who were being touched, your eyes flew open? How many of you realized you had a really hard time not going, "Ooh, wait a minute, hang on there"? Now what I want you to do right now is touch yourself where we just touched you. Go ahead and touch yourself where we made the touches.
So how's that different?
We know we're doing that. We're knowledgeable of that. We know what we're about to do. That happened, you didn't know.
There's no shock there.
No.
Let's see. Was it the same in any way?
No.
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 So talk to each other for a minute why it might be different.
There's that element of surprise.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
Personal space.
And then when you're doing it, you're okay with whatever you're doing to yourself. If somebody else does it, it's completely different.
Gotta have lotion on.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
glad I had lotion on.
I can't. Oh, because you're wearing sandals?
Oh
my, what the heck?
How many of you feel that that feels different than when we touched you? Yeah, because if you are doing it yourself, you're actually sending and receiving, and it's a closed circuit. However, when we do to you, it's an open circuit, and for your brain, we eliminated the knowledge of where and when the touch was going to occur, and so your brain was going, oh, 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 oh. It was a hyper alerting, and let me tell you something that we don't think about touch. Light moving touch. Light moving touch, cockroaches crawling on your skin.
Oh.
clothes rubbing across. Someone sneaking up on you. Light moving touch is an alerting, arousing touch. It's the hyper alert kind of thing. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. Because it says something's coming and you don't know what it is. And so what happens when we put our hands on people, even lightly, so you touch them lightly and say, wake up, sweetheart. Boom! Because it came out of nowhere. So what I'm going to do is have you try something a little different. And we'll really work on this skill this afternoon, but I want you to test drive the model and see if it makes a difference. Okay? I want you to shake hands with the person. Now, I want you to tell me for a second, what's the most common contact we have with other human beings when we're greeting them and interacting with them? Hand contact, right? So shake hands, and notice the next thing you're going to want to do is leg up. Up. Well, that's a bit of a problem, because I want to stay connected, because I want to keep the touch so that you'll know what I'm going to do. But the problem is when I lose skill and keep strength, and I like pressure, go ahead and do it. Ow! Wait, Mom, let go, what are you doing? Okay? Or, if they feel like I'm trying to hold on to them, it makes them want to get away from me. Okay? So what we're going to do is as soon as we shake, where did I tell you found comfort? So what we're going to do, and I don't want to trap your fingers. I want to leave your fingers free. I want my fingers free, but I want to be connected to you. So what I'm going to do is slide like this. Do this. Open your fingers up, both of you. Open your fingers up.
She's showing the children.
Make them go like this. You should feel like you've created a bird. A butterfly. You're connected, but you're free to move. Close them down. They can hold on to you. They can use strength. They might use skill. It's comforting because you got pressure down there at the palm. And here's the really cool part. Hold on to them with your strength fingers, and you still can use your skill fingers. How cool is that? And you turn it so you're underneath, which gives the sense of, I'm here to support you and help you, not to try to keep you from doing things. Okay?
Okay, so that is called hand under hand, and that's really the hallmark of the T-Snow method. The doing with, not doing to. So we're going to try that right now. We're going to just try to get better at the hand under hand. So turn to your partner, and I'll go with Dave. Blanca was saying it's the Cholo handshake. So he's the dementia, right? So we're making the bird together. He hangs on, I can take him, and then I'm on the bottom and he's on the top, you see?
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to feed him or help him brush his teeth or do anything like that, they can still feel like they have control because their hand's on top.
Oh, that is
So
cool.
let's try that again. You guys do that and change positions too.
Yeah, I'll turn around.
Yeah. Help me eat, Dave.
Yeah, that's.
Is that right? No, yeah, you didn't feed him. Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, it's just a different way of
Whoever
doing
has
a
the
shake.
dementia is the
Even
one
though
on
you're
top,
doing that, that's gonna,
who's
like you
in-
said, it's
in
just gonna
control
help them.
and
It's
you're
easier.
allowed to feel
Helps
like
them.
that's-
Especially here, that they're not feeling like they are being constricted.
Yeah, like come here, dude. Like they're like, oh, okay, you're being more gentle this way too. It's not a different handshake. You're not making them do
And
something.
they still have a choice, you know? And that's important for people.
That's a good one.
Okay, let me see you guys do it. I wasn't checking you out.
Oh,
Make the
yeah,
bird. There you go.
Bird first.
Just guiding them
Just
too.
leave it.
Just guiding them too.
Yeah,
when you're
there you
walking.
go. So see, you would still have your skill fingers here to help Debbie eat.
Oh, like with MJ,
Okay.
Yeah.
stuff like that. That. Yeah, I'm not using
No, wait,
that.
wrong way around. You still have your skill fingers to help. Have that backwards, didn't
There
I?
you go.
There you
It's
go.
gonna help you.
All right.
Gabby.
Well, I think we have a preliminary. I have stood in my bed, like I've laid in my bed, and I keep imagining it, but in my brain it never works out. But when I'm doing it, physically doing it with someone, then it works out right.
I'm just telling you, Kiers, that's how I'm gonna remember, just the cholo handshake when I see one.
Cholo handshake. Let's see the cholo handshake.
A cholo,
Wanda.
when you just come up to somebody, you do it. You just, oh, what's that? You
Let's
do it
see.
real quick. You just come, oh, what's up, Denise?
Oh, okay. You gotta teach me that better.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
I'll show you later.
Now, here's what we're going to do. You're going to lay your other hand on top of the back of their hand. You try this. Get them to, oh, now this is an interesting phenomenon. The oldest sensory motor track in the human brain is eye-hand. It is the one that develops first. You put a baby, sit it up at 3 months. What will happen if you let go? Down it goes. It doesn't even have trunk control. Doesn't have head control. But if you lay it on its back so it doesn't have to do a whole lot of work, and you put the dangly crap down right in the middle range, they're fascinated by it because they like to see it. And then they're just starting to learn how to do some of this stuff. So they're not very good at it. They don't have skill. They just have some strength. They're learning how, and they're learning to move against gravity. And so and you can watch them when they get it. It's like, look what I did. Did you see it? I have control. And suddenly their excitement builds because they have the feeling that they control the world. Ah. So what we're going to do, that's the oldest, most primitive sensory motor system in the brain. It's the one that is going to prevail the longest through the end of this disease. It'll be the last one I lose. Eye-hand. Eye-hand. But I'll lose skill before I lose strength.
Okay, so we're going to try hand under hand again. So this time, the person who has dementia, kind of look off in the distance. You're not really paying attention. And you're going to take the caregiver, take the hand, and then when you have her hand, put your hand on top so that they're having double, right? And then see if their head turns around. See if that happens for you naturally. Yeah. Hand under hand, that's not hand under hand.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Hello.
Look at Dave as my handy helper.
So who has dementia? You do?
That's me.
Right.
Which one of you?
Sit down. I tried to be the teacher. He sat through this presentation about 37 times with Harry Pollock. He's an expert now. Okay, so let's see that one more time. Debbie's phone off. Okay. One more time. Let's see it. There you go. Perfect. But are you looking at Debbie? No. Right. Because your goal here is getting hand contact and eye contact. Okay, let's see you guys do it. I know it's a little contrived when you know what you're supposed to be doing, but in real life it's true. If you come and you take a person and you do this, they're going to turn and they're going to look at your face, and it's going to give you that opportunity to make eye contact, which is very important. Okay, one more try, everybody. We are here to learn. Oh, that is so caregiver-y. Wow, that looks great. Well done. Okay, I think you have it.
But here's the really cool part about human beings. Do this. How cool is this? Visual, motor. Watching. She's here, she's looking around. So let your partner look around for a second. They're distracted, the world's really interesting, they're excited. Well, how cool is this? Take your other hand, lay it gently on the back, and give a pump in the hand. And no matter what they're doing, they will pause, they will look at the hand, and they will look at you. Let them look away. Pause. Give them a chance. Check. Because when your hand touches something, your eyes want to see what it is. When your eyes are looking at something, it will also draw your hands. That's the other bad news. So what their eye sees, their hand wants to touch. And you're surprised when they start doing it. Well, you're the one that said, exactly. You put it right where they can see it, within arm's reach, and they're going, okay, look, goodies. On the other hand, if I do this, no matter what she's doing, she's going to notice me. Once I've got her looking at me, here you go. Horse. Good. You got it? Yeah. Yeah. Now, right here. Got it? Perfect. She travels with me, so her brain is both getting and giving. I've reestablished the two parts of the loop so that she is doing with me, I am not doing to her. And she can give me feedback. I'm liking this, this scared me, this was okay. Take more time here, but this was fine. Did she give me all that feedback? Yeah, we're talking to each other without words. Because what I'm doing is using what she has left to help me communicate with her with the way that she can get to communication, as opposed to overwhelming her system with data. Okay? So with your partner, I want you to give that a try. Feel the difference between touching with versus touching someone.
Pause there.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're gonna try it again, just exactly what we did before, but switch partners this time. You know, if you need to switch chairs, okay, switch partners altogether, then we'll know we're doing it differently. If you had dementia last time, then this time you're the caregiver. And do the hand under hand with the hand on top and give a gentle tug of the hand and watch the head move. So the person with dementia, you are looking at some other thing, okay? You are really not interested in her until you feel the touch. Let your body do it naturally.
Let's look at your hair. Let's touch your hair. What's your dress? Whatever.
Do you guys have eye contact? I don't see any eye contact.
Well, she told me to do my dress, so
Oh,
We did. We started out with that.
okay. So talk to your neighbor a little bit. Like, how did you feel when you felt the hand tug? Did your eyes feel like they were naturally going to go in that direction? Like you wanted to look at it?
Yeah. Well, when somebody touches you, like she said, you want to see it. You want to see where your hand is touching and stuff.
You know, here we kind of know, we're kind of pre-programmed what we're supposed to be experiencing, but in the real world, we're not. So we're just trying to get you to have the experience of knowing that when you give the double hand, not just the one hand, but the two hand, and give a little shake, or, you know, shake the hand thing, the eye is going to turn around and look at you, and then you're going to have contact. At that point, if you want to, you know, put the shoes on, you tell them, I'm here to put your shoes on, or whatever you're doing. But it's already, you're not startling them anymore.
It's also cool to note, like you said earlier, how, you know, when you went to touch your own feet or whatever, you knew what you were doing because your body was part of that. When she calls it closing the loop, when you're bringing them along, it's the same deal. They're not so uncertain. Their own body is doing that action. So it completes that loop.
Right. She made that point, and I thought it was really interesting. I'm a novice at this, so thank you, Dave.